And welcome to Warriors of the Wasteland number 6. Yeah, of course. And so the old tradition continues.
I like how this is the first time I've ever met Kaiser. This is like the best.
Oh yeah, you haven't even met Kaiser, have you?
Hi Kaiser, I'm Barker.
Hey, I'm Kaiser. Which is strange because I thought I've met you before. Because you look just like the rest of the players here. No, that just sounds racist now. all you tabletop players all look alike to me.
And you can't blame me for this, Shaw. I did not start any of this.
I'm not blaming you for that, Kaiser. You can shut up. Let's like tabletop players are a separate race or something. I like that.
We are
subhuman.
All your Rifts players look alike.
Yeah, we're all just guys in front of a webcam.
Yeah.
Just 4 boys.
All right.
That's a skit with Tim and Eric. Anyway,
RPGs.
So RPGs will start the game. You're still in the town of Oblivion, and Barker, you have arrived. You can see you have been going in the front before the guys to do some stuff, and you have now returned to the place where you talked to you with. It's been like a day or two.
Okay.
And you can see that there has been some kind of battle going on. One of the buildings is destroyed, mostly. And
Hey there,
you meet
pretty boys.
you meet up in another saloon, guys, where the saloon is Joe's saloon. That's the other saloon. And yeah, you see the other ones sitting there. You see guys. You see the spaceman, and you see Gervais' character and Andrew's character. Sitting on a table.
What you do with my place?
Well, a couple days back they tried to kill me and burned up all my money. So I went back to get my equipment worked on and did and what have you, and I've just decided now to see if they decide to blow anything else up.
That sounds like a Friday night to me. Ain't nothing unusual about that.
It is unusual when I almost lose all of my credits and my life for a card game.
Oh.
I got a hangover.
Now, I can get used to getting stabbed, maybe shot at during the course of a card game, but to be literally blown up during the course of a card game by my own people, it's a little bit far-fetched for me.
Gervais, what's your character's name?
Alex.
Well, Jonathan Frame will kind of pat you on the shoulder and says, well, I'm glad you didn't explode.
I am glad as well.
And you see Onadai come in, the 4-armed bird dude, and he says, Theor Sirala says, Barker, what was your character's name again? I've written it down.
Staff Sergeant Jonathan Frame.
Jonathan, right? And he says, Jonathan, it is good to see you that well you are. And then he just makes this kind of bird movement with the head, and then he like sits down, and he says he looks at the others and saying, my associate will be here soon, and if you are willing still, he will take a look at that crystal, and then you can sell it to whoever you need to. All he needs to do is do a look, and we will know, and I will know, and we will know more for our quest. Well, at least my quest.
We're in the tavern.
Yeah, it's a saloon. It's like a western saloon. It's like a western town.
I've got the coin servos, like the plate off of the jukebox from the other tavern, and I'm sitting there looking at it longingly.
This guy has a jukebox too, so it looks like a jukebox, but it's like a digital one. It's got like the equivalent of MP3s in it, so pretty much any song you can think of. But it looks like a jukebox, and it even makes like it has like a where it puts in the record, but it's just an effect, It's just a piece of plastic.
Oh, nice. Is Kaiser's character named Zap? I can't remember.
Buzz.
Buzz.
Buzz. Okay.
Although I like Zap.
I walk over and I'm inspecting this machine. I kind of lean up on it like I'm at an arcade or something and turn around and look at Buzz and just narrow my eyes.
I look at him back and I'm looking at him back and it's like, well, I am handsome.
So yeah,
and all my character does is just holds his head because he's got a major hangover, which is very unusual for him. Because you know what happened in the last session. It's not because of the alcohol. I'm just telling you.
Right. As you are chatting there, you see a kind of a guy come in who's like a let's see. There we go. He comes in and it's like he looks like a guy in his 30s, a Native American, you're guessing, and he's like he comes in and he kind of looks like you would guess a shaman. And Onodai says, it's Striking Hawk. How are you doing? And the guy says, I'm doing well. So there was some kind of crystal you're talking about, one of the ones like the other ones we found. Yes. And he looks at Gervais. He looks at Alex. Alex, do you still have the crystal?
I still got the crystal. It's inside of the unit that my team almost tried to kill me. But yeah, I still got it.
I didn't try to kill you. That wasn't on me. I don't have any such weapons that. And he kind of just kind of looks at Buzz, like just kind of looks there and then looks back.
Then I'm just like, what's with all the guys staring at me lately? I know I'm handsome, but I'm not that handsome.
Do we really need him? Can we just like shoot him in the head and be done? I mean, do we really need
no violence. I don't like violence. I'm trying to avoid violence wherever I can. This is already really this last fight was very something I couldn't really live that well with. So
well, good day. Welcome to the apocalypse. Just saying, here it is, right there.
Can we be done?
Sometimes violence is unavoidable. I understand that. Yes, Jonathan.
Sorry, I had to take a moment because I didn't know if that was in character or out of character. Can we just shoot him in the head and be done with it? It was just so flowy and smooth. I'm sorry to break that immersion.
No, I like. Oh, it's cool, man. It's cool. I'm not a immersion hound really, for the most part.
That was all character. I actually like.
You like
crazy man over here. I like Kaiser. I wouldn't shoot Kaiser in the head. But his character on the hand,
maybe in the foot, but not in the head. Just to give you extra pain.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I kid. Yeah, no, it's so Striking Us says, well, what about that crystal then? I mean, it would be really important. It's kind of a life or death thing, you know.
I'm gonna walk over to Striking Hawk while I'm asking for the crystal and stick out my hand and introduce myself, not as Jackson Reynolds, but as Thirsty Dog.
A Thirsty Dog?
Yep, it's my Indian name.
Okay. Oh, he says, oh, you're from which nation are you?
I'm from the Anishinaabe, Michigan Indian tribe.
The character, is your character that? Is that your...
Jackson? Yeah, it's part of his origin.
Okay, cool. Oh, I haven't been to that tribe yet. I'm from the Navajo, from here in Utah. There's not much left of us, but we keep our... There's a lot of different evil spirits, monsters, and crazy dudes with cybernetics running around, bringing all that...
My character hears the life and death situation, he turns around and goes, how much of a life or death situation is it? Like, how much is it worth to you?
And I'm like, oh, geez. And money, money, money. That's all you can think about. Geesh. And he
That's
just
Well, look,
and he
who
looks
says
at
I'm talking about money? Who says I'm talking about money? I do love humanoid-looking women as well.
And I like beer. Poor accent.
well, I do like some beer, but my people don't have a good history with booze, if you know what I mean. And he looks at Jackson, if you know what I mean. So
I think we might want to rewrite the history books. I snap my fingers and say, "Thirsty dog's thirsty."
thirsty dog. Okay, I see why they call you thirsty dog. Okay, I'll get some beer. Sure, I'll get you around. If I don't know, like, but could we get the crystal soon? I've got to go soon with Onadai here.
I look to Alexander's character and I say, "I think we can trust this one."
Now, wait a second. Am I hearing this correctly? That this fella, excuse me, is going to take the crystal?
Just look at it.
I'm gonna just look at it. We have figured out a way. We're just trying to locate this
Whoa,
evil spirit, this Dark Lord.
I've had plenty of women tell me, I just want to look at it, but they end up taking the whole thing, all right? I'm used to this. I'm used to this sort of place, sonny. Listen here, Sweetwater, I got enough butter on my bread as it is. You're not making your cause any better.
That's
How can we
that's
trust
funny. That's funny because I say the exact same thing too when I see a nice
Look,
shiny nickel on the table. I just want to look at it, but as soon as you realize the guy's knocked down on the floor and I've got it in my pocket.
I'm interested in protecting my tribe, my nation, and the nations around it. May it be native or other, you know. So even the ones that I disagree with, even coalition and stuff, because rather it's an enemy that I know than an enemy that doesn't wants to enslave us all, like the Dark Lord. So
Shit, that's all I needed to hear.
That's my motivation. So if that Dark Lord does get his way and starts his invasion, the entire Earth is under attack. Every tribe, every person, may it be human, DB, or whatever else. And other than maybe a couple of factions, everybody's got to suffer under that. So I don't care who your alliance is. That is something that we should be motivated in fighting together.
That sounds fine, but that'll probably cost more.
I am a part of a group of individuals here. We're going to meet later on, and we're all just trying to find out more about this Dark Lord, where he's going to pop up. But everything we found about him and the few things, what we found, and there's people who gave their life for some of the information, is that he's planning an invasion, and but he needs to find a way. He's trying to find a certain spot, one of the rift ley line areas that is weak enough to make a gate the size where all of his armies can come through, or multiple gates. We're not quite sure on that yet, because there's some conflicting info.
Do I have any ideas? I don't know, with coalition experience of
everything magic. Coalition consider everything magic, enemy of humanity. You know, every
totally.
DB, but they have also some people that research it to a degree. So you have also the ley lines somehow mapped out to a degree, at least in North America.
So would I know which one would be big enough and weak enough?
There would be a couple of cross sections where the ley lines converge, okay. And there would be one in this area, in the New West area. There would be at least 2 or 3 where it could happen. You remember that there was some debate of sending a force there, but since this is not coalition territory, you guys have been hesitant, you know, because the coalition doesn't have really a control here, because you got other factions doing shit, and just especially here in Utah, there's just more of a random factor. There's not a lot of people living. Okay. I mean, there's some Navajo living here, not a lot, and then there's a couple of these random towns with humans and DBs, you know, kind of surviving, and and then a lot of different creatures and monsters. So it's like you couldn't investigate. But the best guess that you know from the information from your scouting parties is that there might be at least one crossing of ley lines but there could be also one in other areas in North America. But you would have to check it again because you don't remember it quite right. So, yeah. So we found a way to record the frequency of the crystals, and it has helped us to locate closer and closer wherever this castle will appear. So, and once we find a way to totally pinpoint down the castle, then we have a way to locate where he's going to appear.
What is in the castle, Striking Hawk? Do you have any idea?
We know that there is a entity and an alien intelligence called that his servants just called the Dark Lord. We had a couple of parties enter the castle, but they weren't able to leave it. Meaning we mostly think that they either got captured or killed. And I think both of them, I think killed sounds even better. Because, it's... And we know that we had one guy return, but he had 2 big injuries. He just said that this Dark Lord was saying he's gonna enslave this Earth and then the rest of this universe, and which is pretty crazy. But the things that he has told us, what?
It's pretty crazy, bro.
That's pretty crazy. What?
I just love in the world of rifts, someone trying to take over the world and enslave the entire universe, that falls on the pretty crazy part of the scale.
Well, not really, but maybe he's a little bit over dramatizing.
Yeah.
All I have to do is say Archie 3.
Archie 3? What?
Robert Griffin
Sourcebook.
III.
The first Sourcebook 1, the giant self-aware intelligence.
That's what I'm also quoting, that he is a alien intelligence, but not the ones. It's just more of my construct. So.
Gotcha.
Interesting. Cool.
But it's one of the different alien intelligences that is trying to invade the world. But so the point is, we need this crystal to figure out a way to locate the next possible area, which is mostly going to be a ley line conversion of some sort. And yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not opposed to this idea. So
I brought and he pulls out like a tong, I brought this. It's we blessed it with a couple of some magics and some good powerful medicine that will it will protect us when I pick it up from the crystal. So
that'll work. That thing gives off some serious negative vibes to me.
Yeah, it's some pretty bad magic. Anybody, when anybody picked it up, they saw some really bad memories, and really vividly in their mind. And every time they picked it up, it was something worse. And
yeah, you have fun with that. I am going to. Is everybody in agreement that we're going to give this guy the crystal at this point in time?
My character doesn't say anything. You just see him staring at the crystal like he's in love with it.
Okay. Bad space failure.
I give a Sergeant Frame and Alexander nods, and I walk to the back and watch the door to make sure nobody comes in during this transaction.
All right. Then I'm going to hand it off, and I tell him, "Wow, okay, so it's in my power armor. Follow me." And then after that, I got to use the can. So
okay,
y'all have fun.
Does
my
your
character
powered
walks
armor not have that facility inside of it?
Dude, I do not like to. I do not like to do number 2 and sleep and work. Just saying.
Sorry, number 2. I just didn't. What's number 2?
Really, you want me to be that profane? Dropping a deuce. Okay. Thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah,
What does pooping have to do with playing cards?
My character says, yo Crystal, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom too. I've been holding this one in for a long time as well.
And my character grabs the local newspaper and will return shortly.
And my character, have you ever seen that Robot Chicken sketch of Spider-Man using the toilet? Just unzips his suit and off he goes.
Your heavily damaged suit, by the way, so just putting that out there.
Wait, I just realized something. My character could have just gone in his suit.
I think this might be the first time I've ever role-played out pooping in my life.
Roll, hey, roll 1d20 for a successful poop.
No, that will not. That's not necessary.
I got a 12. I feel like it's probably okay. That's an okay
It's
one.
okay. It's not like too hard. It's a little bit soft, but it's okay.
But I don't have to see my doctor, you know.
Yeah, it's fine. So he gets the crystal, and then he starts. They go to. They actually get a room in the saloon. The saloon also has rooms, and he goes there by himself, and Onodai is like guarding the door. And then you can hear like chanting and everything. It takes about a little bit over half an hour. And then he comes back, and he's a little bit, fatigued and everything. And he said, "Okay, I have scryed with the help of this crystal, and I'm closer to finding where he's going to appear next. And yeah, if you guys, you can sell this crystal now. I have exercised it. The power of it was now released, and the power has went back to its dimension. The buyer won't know any different, as far as I understand. And because the crystal still looks the same to you. It might not be, as shiny and as glowing, but it's still very good looking, so it still will be catch the same price. So you can touch it now, but or not. But
I'll receive the crystal from Striking Hawk, and I'm going to tell Jonathan here and Buzz if he's within hearing distance. I think we need to have a corporate meeting, boys.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe shall we wait till Alex gets off the can? Doing a number 2, as it were.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea.
Okay, let's wait for the realistic times.
And that said, we zoom back into the bathroom with my character looking for one of those dispensable condom machines.
You find one.
It's okay. I try to take it off the wall. I try to jimmy it so I can get all the condoms out of it.
Wow.
Okay. Do you have any mechanic skill, any sort of electronics?
Now I gotta bring up my character sheet. Give me a minute. You guys continue talking outside.
You mean none of that stuff you've been role-playing is on your character sheet? The food and you don't have a condom machine release skill?
Condom machine release skill. Activate.
No.
I'm so did not want to step into that conversation.
I know, it's the worst time for you to
It's
come
not what. Yeah, when I hear that, I go to the robot guy. It's not what you think. It's for insulation. I don't want to shock people, when handling stuff.
Yeah, sure. Okay, you sicko.
It's for the water balloon fight we're about to have. When you do come back out, Alex, you see that you'll see Jackson and Jonathan kind of talking more or less in a corner, and they see you and kind of wave you over.
Yeah, what's up? As I throw down my newspaper.
I hand him the now expired crystal, thinking he's probably the best person to keep it with the mech suit.
Really?
And
I thought I got rid of this thing.
I think it's
And
okay
I-
now. I think you can
I had
touch
to
it.
tell him it's been exercised.
It's been exercised. Really? Really? Are you sure? Did you touch
Yep.
it?
I am sure.
Yeah, I'm holding
Okay.
it.
I'm a shaman. That's what I do. I do magic.
Hey, I still got my knife on me. I still got my electro knife on me.
So I have a question. Does this thing look like a giant gem at this point?
It looks like a gem, yeah, a purple gem.
Okay. So yeah, we can always now sell it for profit because it looks like a giant gem that could be used in somebody's, compensation.
Well, if you remember from the mission on the beginning, although maybe Rex wasn't part of, it was actually Rex and not. I don't know. The only guy who was there from the beginning would be Mitchell.
Yes.
But he is not here for once. So he basically told you that you'll get about, because the whole mission was to find out if there's a castle and scout it out and bring proof from the castle, and you would get quite a big amount of money. And think about with the proof, it would be like 400,000 credits in total. So.
All right.
And-
So
and-
So let's turn this gem sucker in so we can get paid.
My question is, do you think there's anything valuable in that castle?
Okay.
Are you
Yeah.
asking that? Oh, you're talking this about? Are you talking with with Striking Hawk or with You Wanna Die or?
With Jonathan and
Okay,
Nancy
right,
Bay kind of like off in the corner.
right.
I mean, yeah, there's probably something valuable inside. And yeah, we can go in there and try to blow it up all the holy hell. I don't have a problem with this plan so far.
I'm thinking maybe we just swing by, go inside this invisible hidden castle place,
So
and
swing.
then blow it to high hell.
So basically, swing by, have a couple of drinks, blow some things up, loot the castle, and leave. That's the general plan.
Unleash a couple of pods of mini missiles.
Well, we are in town. I could stock up.
What's the town called? Oblivion?
Oblivion, yeah.
That's an awesome town for a New West game. That's awesome.
It is inspired by a movie that was like a space western called Oblivion. A really really low budget movie by is it Full Moon Productions or whatever? The same guys who do the Puppet Master movies and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I love them guys.
Yeah, they make some really cheesy. I mean, they make a lot of cheesy horror, sci-fi, and fantasy films. They actually made they got the license for Doctor Strange from Marvel, and then they lost it, but they still made it. They just renamed him Doctor something else, but it's pretty much Doctor Strange.
Dr. Peculiar.
Yeah, something. Doctor. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Dr. Queer. That
Dr.
sounds.
Weir.
No, that
Hold on.
sounds. No.
Okay, so you
No,
got
as I was saying, my character still has his electro knife, so can he try cutting open the condom dispenser?
Sure. Okay, it's an STC thing, so
Do I have to roll for that?
no, you don't have to roll for that. You cut it out open.
Where the hell is Zap?
Unless the condom machine suddenly grows arms and legs and fights you, you're fine.
No, I'm gonna describe how I collect
Fighting
the condoms.
condom machine.
He's going
No,
to describe-
I'm gonna describe how I collect the condoms. I
Okay.
just open up my neck a little bit more and just how they slide in like it's a jackpot, like into my suit.
Great.
Then I just sneak out like.
Some of them fall out of your suits and there's still damage from the last fights out of the holes, but most of them stay inside. So you're coming out, a couple of condoms falling out of the holes, and you're like walking like, oh, I didn't do anything. Oh.
feel
See,
like our
okay.
friend Nuke here has gained a few pounds.
You have a guy walking into the bar, and he's like in a trench coat, and it's just a torn pants. Everything is tattered. Got like a big beard, long hair. Kind of a little bit looks like a bum, but in pretty good shape. And
So he's a
And-
tight bum. A tight bum.
Now he comes in. He's a human. He comes in and he looks at you guys. Like, what kind of drink would you suggest for a wanderer?
Water usually helps.
How about a cold shot of shut the hell up, stranger?
I thought I had a mission here. I guess not. He goes to the bar and he orders the drink.
Then I go up to the guy and I seems like, hey sir, do you need protection? I've got top quality stuff for only $5 each.
Okay, you got the guy is like, his name is Joe and he's in his 40s. Okay, he's an older. He's like a gruff guy. He's pretty. He's got a pot belly, but he's pretty tough. He seems like pretty muscular and like says, "What you talking about, weirdo?"
And I walk up and I say, hey, listen, this older gentleman doesn't need any protection. If he's gonna get a venereal disease, he's already got it. He's looking like he's 40.
Oh, you mean debt protection? I'm 47, son. You got a problem
Well,
with that?
Case point.
Yeah,
Games.
I'm sorry. I think I'm. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
Are
still
you some kind of dirty coalition dog? Your armor kind of looks like.
No, I'm just a guy that likes to help people. But unfortunately, I think I'm barking up the wrong tree because it looks like you need some pills, if you know what I mean, and I ain't got any. But I
I'm
walk
still
off
doing
to the
fine. You freak.
guy.
I'm gonna sneak up behind him and try to put him in a full Nelson.
Oh God.
Oh, nice. You want to put what is it? The old guy in a full Nelson or Kaiser?
The old guy.
Okay,
Damn
that's- Okay, roll initiative.
Rolling this.
God help us.
Yeah, I know. This is the time where we get the quest that just walks right in and lands in our lap, and we put it in a full Nelson.
Oh, guess who just wrote me? It's Mitchell.
Yay!
Just in time for potential mayhem.
No, get him in here and be like, yeah, everything's cool. Roll initiative.
Everything's cool. Roll initiative. Okay, if you do a attack roll with your strike bonuses.
Do we all roll initiative, by the way?
Yeah. Oh, well,
Oh,
I didn't
damn.
want to have Comet in this session, but I
Yeah, me
guess,
neither. Yeah. I'm
Actually,
cool with no.
I don't plan on hurting him if that's what you're wondering.
Okay. Okay. For now, let's just say unless anybody wants to get involved, let's just say I have just Jackson or Thirsty Dog, and Joe, the bartender. So what did you get in initiative?
I got a 16.
Okay, you win. Roll your attack for grappling.
Ooh, I got a 17.
Okay, that's a 7. Yeah, actually a 17 for the grapple.
Okay. Ooh, he rolled a 15. But he still doesn't make it. You have him now in a full Nelson. Like, get your dirty hands off of me!
Then I didn't know. To make things worse, my character goes, ooh, ooh. Then he just kicks the Joe in the crotch.
Why?
Okay.
I grab the top of the back of his head and pull his head back so his mouth pops open, and I say, "Get the asshole a drink."
Oh, man.
Yeah, wait. You mean the other guy who walked in?
Yep.
Why are we doing this?
He already gave him a drink.
Hey, sit him down. Sit him down. Hey, settle down. Come on. Give the man a seat. Jesus Christ.
I let go of him and I shove him towards the wall.
The guy in the jacket, and he's just like, I'm kind of confused. What is happening here?
Well, I kind of
Okay,
grab him.
I'm just a wanderer. And
Okay,
he's
this is
drinking
what
water.
happened. My friends, one is crazy and the other one's hyped up on drugs, so they're both not sane.
Joe is he's like an older guy, and from the kick from Kaiser, he into the balls, he's kind of losing consciousness.
Okay, I helped the guy who got kicked in the gonads up, set him on the table, like, just bring me your best bottle of scotch to the bartender. Sweet Jesus. You two, go outside. As I tell Kaiser and the juicer, go outside and beat up the local kids.
I just turn around and walk out, and I say, "You better watch your mouth, guy." I tell it to the guy.
And Onodai is like,
Wilson.
please, I
I'm
abhor
just-
violence. That was not necessary.
And I walk out too, but with my head in shame, like what a child gets when he's told off by his parents. My guy just walks into the dustiest corner of the bar and just
Spilling
makes in the corner.
condoms.
Okay.
Yeah. Brian condoms. There we go.
Striking Hog. Striking Hog just quickly goes to Jackson, to Thirsty Dog, and he says, "Look, once you're done with your stuff, we will go down. I'm gonna go down with Onodai, and we're gonna meet some other guys from the group in a week or so." Like in a week exactly, we'll meet in this location, and he takes out a map and he like scribbles down. It's about like 60 miles to the south, and that's where I'm thinking from my calculations the castle is going to be. If you're interested in doing a possible attack on the castle and finding out what's going on, bring your group or whatever, and if not, then not. But we got to go. Onodai here is very pacifistic. I'm not so much, whatever. But yeah, we'll meet or not.
I give him a bump on the forearm and say, "Spirits be with you."
Yeah, spirits be with you. Mani too be with you and shit. And then he goes out of the thing and all that jazz. And he does he does also the kind of I don't know how they would do it, but he says it in Navajo like a blessing, and so something equivalent. I don't know how they say it, so something equivalent of that, And then he walks out. And yep, they're gone now. Because
I follow him out and just lean outside and take out a cig and start smoking it since I've been kicked out of this discussion.
Yeah. Okay, the old guy wakes up like, what the hell? Get out of my bar!
Yes, sir.
You get you freaking freaks!
Hey! I'm sorry this happened to you. Let me buy you another drink or something, and let's just act like this never happened and move on.
You better give me some compensation here.
How about this? How about I ask you one question before we give you this compensation? I believe you said something about my armor.
You're just as bad as this Scythok and his crew. Well, I don't have the muscle to deal with you. I would be 20 years, if I would be just 10 years younger, in my old days and my old armor and my old crew, you guys would have been mincemeat.
That's
what is it with your armor? I said that you look like a Coalition Drek.
Yeah, I think you did. Just want to let you know something. I studied as an infiltrator for the Coalition for 16 years. Let me tell you right now that I may have forgotten what my masters wanted from me, but I did not forget what those bastards taught me. Now let's buy you that drink.
And then I throw him a condom saying, if this is in case you drink too much.
He looks at the condom. Hey, that's from my condom machine. What did you do?
I inserted all my money into it and bought them all legally.
You know what? I don't believe it, but I'm not going to start a fight with you guys. Not worth it. And he takes out a whiskey, and then the guy at the trench coat just looks at you, and says, "You look like some weird guys. I don't really understand what was the purpose of that. Oh well."
When the bartender's not looking, I open up a condom, I pour the whiskey into a condom, tie it up and store it in my suit. For later.
There we go.
To your horror, some of the whiskey comes out at the end of the condom.
Yep. It's like it swaps out a little bit.
God help us.
So the guy says, in the trench coat, he says, "Well, I don't think I have anything to do here. I'm just gonna carry on." And he just stands up and he walks out.
Hey, you said you had a mission here. Wait, what mission?
That's just it. I don't know until I'm in the mission. You wouldn't understand. It's something that is part of me. I go there where I'm needed, and sometimes I think I'm needed somewhere, but fate has a way of sometimes showing you a way, but giving you also dead ends.
What's your name?
I'm just a wanderer.
The Wanderer.
I've seen a character I've seen a guy like this before in an old mystical disc called Dividir. I believe this show is based on him. I believe that his actual name's called David Carradine, but I could be mistaken.
Sometimes I forget which one of you two's on drugs.
Who is David Carradine? Do you speak of?
An old mystical disc.
I'm just like, yes. I thought I have a mission here, that I'm needed here, but I'll just have to go to somewhere else. And then he starts walking out.
The moment he's out the door, I'm on like white on rice.
What?
The moment this guy leaves through the door, I'm on him, trailing him.
Okay. Do you want to trail him that he doesn't notice you?
I want him to know I'm following him.
Okay, then because then you would have to roll like a sneak thing. He just kind of wanders out. He just wanders outside of Oblivion into the desert, just straight out. Like, it's kind of weird because he doesn't seem to have any equipment of any sort. He's just like wandering, and then he just for a second he looks back. Can I help you, stranger?
On the way there too, over the comm, I tell those guys I've got a trail. And when he turns around to talk to me, I just stop and stare at him and don't say anything with my hand on my gun.
So, as they're over there, I'm gonna talk with Alex, but we'll do that in the chat.
Okay.
1 second. So you guys could continue.
Okay. Give me a second here. So.
So what's the game plan here now?
You didn't have to do it in the chat. No, yeah, Jonathan kind of slides his glass over and replaces it with a half-full bottle of scotch and says, so what are we doing here, friend? Where to?
Who are you talking to now?
Alex. Well, I'm
getting Alex. Okay, Alex.
My bad.
Well, I'm getting this blast in my ear of, we got a trail! We got a trail!
All right, let's suit up and let's do this then. I got my suit armor ready to go, and I guess I was planning to buy some more missiles, but I guess that can wait.
Then my
speaking
character.
of missiles.
Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of missiles, we got our own Borg here. There we go.
Mitchell.
Mitchell.
It's impossible to get a unison voice in Google Hangouts.
Because it's like there's a lag. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like you would have to somehow, get used to the lag, and it would take too long.
I'm hoping that when we watch this afterwards, it's perfect. But Jonathan will grab the bottle of scotch, chug down about 3 big gulps, swish it around, and spit it out on the floor. And he looks to Alex and says, "What? I don't drink." And he sets it back on the bar.
I like that. Nice.
Alrighty then. Let's go do this.
So what's up, Mitchell? Out of character. Everything okay?
Yeah, these ensure I get at least 8 hours of sleep, and when I finally woke up, it seemed like 30 minutes ago you had texted me the Hangout, so I was like, oh shit.
Nice. I don't know what that's like, sleeping when you guys are supposed to be gaming. That's really...
I do.
I wonder.
Was it just on Thursday we took a 30-minute break so Fox and Solar could run some errands, and I was like, yeah, I'll just close my eyes just for a moment, just a little long blink. Boom, it's daytime. Damn it.
At least you didn't get recorded. At least you didn't get recorded.
That's true. That's true.
But then we would have had it for posterity's sake.
Yeah. Some people who I won't mention that's in our group currently right now by the name of Andrew thinks it's funny to record people when they're in a moment of weakness.
I saw that. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know.
Just like to point out,
Andrew.
that video is not monetized. It was purely for charity.
Which video is that again?
The Juve falls asleep.
Oh, okay. I gotta check that one out. Yeah, wait, I don't remember something like that, right?
Oh, that makes me regret not
so,
recording.
just quick. So, Andrew, you look at the guy, and he says, "Oh, you want to start a fight?"
And I tuck my right hand kind of like underneath my duster, my sidearm on my left hand, and I say, "I'm your Huckleberry."
Oh, God!
And he just kind of like, I'm just remembering. I was in more fights I can remember or even imagine. And I think you might be the reason why I'm here. And
I don't know how many fights I've been in. Just the sound that my gun makes when I take your life.
right.
Can't we just all be friends?
Where is Mitchell's
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
I don't know any other words.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Why isn't that
It's like that
working?
Power Man 5000 song, When Worlds Collide. When worlds collide!
Yeah, exactly. When words collide. Anyway.
I think that was the only bit that was actually hearable. Everything else just kind of mixed together.
That's the point, is I don't know the words. Like, people don't know the words, so they're just like, but then they know the When Worlds. Oh, wait, are you talking about the original song or what I just said?
No, that song that was made. You can't really even hear the rest of the words.
It doesn't make sense. Like, are you ready to go? Yes, I'm ready to go.
That goes for all their songs, especially Get Up, Get Up, Get Up, Drop the
Okay,
Boat.
and he just kind of like, and he just kind of looks at you, Andrew, and he's like, well, I guess it's always the same. Some people just want to fight, and then he just looks at his right hand, and he just kind of starts like just putting his hand together, and suddenly you can see like something phasing, something creating out of nothing, this energy focusing, and suddenly you can see this sword, this amazing sword appear. And suddenly you can see him in a like also an armor is creating around him, and it's a big shining armor, and it says, "You have challenged the wandering warrior, the traveler of worlds. Countless worlds I have seen, countless enemies I have fought, countless times I have died. Be prepared to die."
I just hit the butt of my blaster and said, "Countless drinks you have had."
Okay, am I hearing any of this in the comms?
Okay,
Please.
you roll a 15 horror check.
Horror check, okay.
A
Does that
horror?
include all of us?
Oh, I crit it. That's a 20.
Well, just from the like he is okay. You're fine.
I got an 11.
Well, you're not there. The only one there is now is Andrew. You can follow Andrew out, but it will take you at least 2 rounds to get there.
Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna go take a walk outside, guys.
Okay, everybody, let's do then. By the way, Mitchell has got into the bar too. So.
I see his new face. What does Jonathan Frame see, Mitchell, when you walk in?
All right, so actually, I should have a picture. So if you will give me time to grab my soul-ass computer.
Theater of the mind, I guess not. Jeez.
I did. It kind of helps.
I guess
with,
not. Jeez.
I'm kidding.
What you see is a large 6 foot, 6 foot
Kaiser just
8
died.
figure
6'8".
just walk into the bar, whose body, well, originally when you see it, looks surprisingly human, but really tanned and rough looking, almost like it had been sanded. It takes a quick second for you to figure out that that's actually metal plating. It's all just rearranged in a way to make it appear at a first glance that it's a human body. I have short white hair that they managed to put back together because Kaiser was gracious enough to drastically discount and then pay for some recovery of my things. I have a pair of shades on, but all I really have on is a pair of jeans. I figured it out last week that I basically look like the robotic version of Johnny Cage.
Nice.
When you walk in, you look at the bar and you see a man, excuse me, sitting next to Alex, and he kind of sets this bottle of scotch on the bar, and a little bit spurts out at the top onto the bar, and he looks a little bit older, kind of a gaunt, scarred face, with a crew cut. Yes, you also see a trail of condoms on the ground.
Yes, you also see a trail of condoms on the couch. Just the same.
He's a crew cut, haircut, high and tight, and he's wearing what looks like Coalition Dead Boy armor, and he kind of looks to you.
Okay. Oh, I almost forgot. On my left arm, my left wrist is wrapped around a few times what looks like some dog tags.
Okay. He looks to your wrist and says, "Those your friends?"
Hello?
Did you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
I heard you, but I think Mitchell's having complications.
No, either that or that is his actual answer. Like when you mention us as his friends, he just gives you the death stare.
Hey, Mitchell, can you hear us? I see him moving a little bit. You there, Mitchell?
I can hear you guys. I had to turn down my bandwidth all the way. I'm like one way click away from turning it into my image.
Your image.
So,
okay. He asked, "Those your friends there, friend?"
You're asking me this, or you're asking
Yes.
the other guys?
I was asking you this as you walk in. Asking you. He's looking at your dog tags. And he's asking if those are your friends.
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay, so that was very delightful. Here,
yeah.
here's some whiskey, and I light up me a stogie. Goddamn depressing lot I work with.
Welcome to Riffs.
And you see my character, bald-headed, 300-pound, 6 foot tall black guy, smoking a stogie, bald-headed.
Didn't you guys meet already? Like,
I did. Can I just
With
safely
Mitchell.
picture you, Gervais?
Yes,
Smoking
pretty
a cigar?
much.
Okay,
Yeah.
rad.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I image it.
I like it.
Yeah, I've already met the rest of the team, and I basically the only person I haven't met is Barker, and it's the same way. So
Yeah.
I'm
How do
kind
you
of
feel
just,
about his coalition armor?
It's causing me to.
oh, now, oh, geez, yeah, I totally forgot. Oh.
Thing is, I know for
One
a
of
fact
us
that
has
there's
been
a lot
watching
of
the feeds,
coalition
Sean.
deserters, but
Wait.
okay
was
then, Barker. I'm not sure about this. I have on my arm. It says T9001. I'm going to have to ask, how high was your rank in the coalition?
You know, I don't. I'm unfamiliar with the ranks of the coalition, but I go by Staff Sergeant Jonathan Frame, which is. Hold on.
The ranks are just like with any military. So
So it's the 6th enlisted rank. Most staff sergeants are squad leaders or even above.
All right, then you would look at these ingrained numbers on the metal of my arm, and you would just like kind of that seems kind of familiar. And that particular body type, that ain't normal. Cyborgs don't look like that. Then this image comes to your mind. There was numerous reports about certain victories across the coalition that were won with a new experimental prototype unit set known as the Data, and one of they had a very interesting moniker. It was always the T9000 series.
Oh,
Was
God.
yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Turn off the jukebox, dude. And Joe is turning off the jukebox. What is this old kind of? What is this? Terminator soundtrack? What is this bullshit?
Terminator.
I'm gonna erase that from the computer right now.
Freaking riffs, man. Freaking riffs. Continue, Mitchell.
Classical shitty music.
But they were usually paired with cyber hounds for open combat, but they were primarily used for infiltration and then heavy suppressive movements, because we were designed to be significantly more human while also having just as powerful capabilities. We
Okay,
were supposed to be
Mitchell, sorry, I don't want to interrupt, but I'm going to interrupt. Back to Andrew. So, can you roll initiative since you are now in combat with this guy?
Want to, Mitchell?
Initiative is a 15.
15, okay. How many, what is it? We got Jackson, Thirsty Dog.
It'd be 4
and,
moves.
What?
Or 4 actions per melee for me.
4 actions, okay. Okay, so it will be your first action. We're going to do one combat action, and then we're going to go back to the guys, okay?
Okay, but just to interrupt, can my character actually see what's going on now with them? Since he's...
You can see. You can see. Well, you are now in the bar still. Okay, you only heard that Jackson was saying he was trailing somebody. That's all you heard through the comm. And then you have now Mitchell appearing, and you're interacting in the bar.
I thought I said I was following him a little bit ago.
Oh, you did? Oh, sorry. Okay, I missed that. There was a lot of stuff going on, so sorry. Then roll initiative too. Then you're in the combat too.
No, because I'm not getting. I want to see it, and I've got a plan. If you
okay, so you saw. Okay, this is what you saw everything what Jackson has seen from a distance, and you could also hear the guy. You know, suddenly he has this sword and this armor that looks like, somewhat like otherworldly, and he said all this weird, crazy text.
My guy looks at his arm and is like, "Ooh, I want that." Then he pulls out a few condoms out of his things and starts trying to make a makeshift Colombian necktie out of them, so he can sneak up on him and strangle him.
Okay. Oh, so wait. So you do a roll initiative if you want to enter
Oh
combat.
God! Oh God! This is so painful. Oh God!
Oh crap! An 8.
Okay, so you'll be last then. Okay, we have Buzz. How many attacks per melee do you have? It's in the lower left corner.
I get crap.
You get
Attacks
crap.
per- What the hell? You didn't even write it. Why is my character sheet blank? No, no. Oh, wait a second. I'll get up my spare sheet. My spare sheet that I keep for this occasion. 6.
Okay, you got 6.
Sorry for that.
Okay, so it's Jackson's turn anyway first. So Jackson.
It's like throwing up a pause menu in the middle of a live game.
God, this hurts us.
I say over the comm, we've got action, and then I quick draw and try to shoot him in the chest with my blaster.
Okay. He will do he will try to dodge it, and from now on, I actually check now because the rules for dodging lasers are always different, but in the ultimate one, it's -10. So whatever your bonuses are and everything, that's -10 from that. So Mitchell actually pointed out that, so thanks to Mitchell. That will give you definitely still a better chance. So.
Okay.
So
How much did you roll?
That's a 19.
19, okay. He's got to get a 19. Nope, he roll damage.
All
And
right.
take off ammo.
That'll be 16 points of damage, mega damage.
Okay. That is okay.
So you just see me skin it like out of the left holster and just let one like surly rip, and it just blows him in the chest.
Okay, some of the armor just breaks off, and it's like when it breaks off, it's like really shiny, and the armor seems really sturdy, but suddenly it just phases out. You know, it's like the particles just phase out, and then the voice, you know, as the armor created around him, his voice changed, you know, and he says, "Ooh, this might be a nice challenge after all." Okay, so that was his turn. That was your turn. Now it's his turn. He's still let's say he's far away that he will need 2 turns to get to you. So he's just gonna run towards you, and then the next turn he'll reach you. So that was 1 action from you, 1 action from him, and Kaiser. What do you do?
Well, being frustrated, I can't make a Colombian necktie out of the condoms because they just snap. The cheap things. I look in my suit for the biggest one I can find, and I pull out the big genocide. so I take it out of the package and I try to sneak up on him so I can go like try to like plastic bag him over his face.
Okay, since
Suffocate him with the
you're
condom.
further away, it will take you 2 rounds just to get there. Especially
And
if
I
you
do
want
have
to
a
sneak.
sneaking. And I do have a sneaking ability.
Okay, what's the number for that?
Sneaking. Where the 70.
Okay, you got to roll a 70 or under. Well, actually, yeah, 70 or under.
Okay, so that's a How do I calculate that again? Sorry, it's nearly
Just
3
roll
in the morning.
1d100, Kaiser. 1d100,
Oh, okay, 1d100.
and you got to get a 70 or under, so you're pretty good at sneaking.
66. Oh, I got a
Okay, the
66.
next round you'll be there, and you can attempt the attack. Okay, that was your turn. Now we're back at the guys at the saloon. So continue, Mitchell and Barker and everything.
Okay. Well, what will probably happen is I'm looking at Mitchell, and I slide down the bottle of scotch and notice the number on his left forearm, and just slightly distracted, slide it down too far, and the bottle just smash right on the floor. Into smithereens.
Dude, really? That was scotch. What's wrong with you?
And
Joe just kind of looks at you as like, was that necessary? And he starts getting a rag and starts wiping it up.
And I'm looking. I'm not even distracted by the bartender, even Alex's words.
That's 20 credits, he says.
The words just bounce off my eardrums, but they don't enter my brain at all as I'm staring at this new person. And then all of a sudden I hear explosions or stuff going on. Not explosions, but I don't know, the combat going on in our headset.
Right.
And then I just kind of snap out of it and look at Alex and say, "Oh shit!"
What?
But
what?
not in that accent.
What? What's happening?
It's our friends again.
What do you mean our friends again?
Can't you hear that? And I just plug it into his or whatever.
Dude, I just ordered me a mudslide. Really? God damn it.
Gone.
All I want is
I have a question.
Juvain's character cannot get a break.
What's up, Mitch?
Sean, I have a question.
Yes, Mitchell, what's up?
The combat that's going on, how far is that away? Because with my amplified hearing, I'm not sure if I would hear that or not. I mean, I know I'm in the bar. I'm not even sure where Andrew's character is.
Do you have
having
any
his,
kind
epic
of radius on that? How far you can hear that? Do you have any specific radius?
Yeah. Give me a second to look specifically for it.
While he's looking that up, I'm like, so all I want is a mudslide and enjoy my cheesecake. That's all I want in life.
Okay.
Some cheesecake and some mudslide. Some cheesecake and some mudslide. But what do I get?
Radius.
Freaking explosions.
An actual mudslide.
All kinds of devastation. The radius is for 1 decibel, 75-foot radius. For 10 decibels, 150-foot radius. And 30 decibels, which is the normal human conversation, 360 feet away.
Then you're able to hear it. It's definitely around the 50 or over, so you're fine. You can hear some stuff going on.
So I get up, let me go get my power armor on as I walk out, get the power armor, and then go start slowly walking down to where they're at, reluctantly.
Okay.
Telling Jonathan, tell me why I don't put bullets in both of their heads.
Do you still have the mudslide with you?
Huh?
You take the mudslide with you?
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
No, the mudslide gets to stay safe because I'm coming back for that. But for right now, I'm telling Jonathan, why am I not putting a bullet in their heads? Because I'm really, really tempted to set them both on fire.
Okay. What is roll initiative and tell me your attacks per melee, guys.
No.
So
I'm planning to actually. This guy in the beginning, to my knowledge, didn't do anything bad to us, correct?
no, you just came in.
Okay. So
he was salty.
Well, still roll initiative. You don't have to enter combat, but you need initiative. Talking is free, but just in case, just have an initiative. For most actions, you'll need an initiative.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me. I rolled a 2, so I got a 5.
Okay. And we have Azurha. How much attacks per melee do you got? 6, right?
I have 6.
So I have 11 at the moment.
Okay. How many attacks per melee do you got?
Right now, attacks per melee. Oh yeah, 5.
Okay. And we'll do you getting your armor and walking towards them. That will be an action. It will take you another round to get there. Okay.
Alright,
Zorha. Yeah.
I would like to yell over my PA system. What in the Sam hell are y'all doing?
Then suddenly you hear something really loud in the background. Ow!
Barker, do you also move towards them?
Yeah, I rolled and I'm cracking my knuckles as I do so.
Okay.
And that's my
Okay,
initiative
so
roll.
we have Jonathan.
I
And
come over the PA.
you should have 4 attacks per melee, right?
Wait. I believe
It's
that...
lower left corner.
Yes, I have 4.
Okay.
I like
and
that quick combat reference. That's nice.
Yeah, it's very useful. I think it's a pretty good sheet. What did you get for initiative?
It says initiative just plus blank, so I just rolled the 20.
You don't have a bonus. Bonuses for initiative are rare in this game. So
10.
how much did you get? 10. Okay. Yeah. You can get them sometimes, but they're rare.
Okay.
Okay.
Like
So
if I'm on drugs, I'm not going to name any names because Jackson might get a little offended.
it will take you a round just to get there. And Azurha, I'm going to say, will also take you 1 round because you're pretty fast. Jonathan and Alex will take you an extra round because you don't have this super speed going on. And also Alex. Well, Alex might be able to get there, but you said you're just walking there. So Gervais. So
I'm going to be announcing over the PA. Why are we attacking a random dude?
You hear me
Live.
come back over the PA, and I say, think he's looking for some work. I say we beat him down and then make him our, basically, free mercenary for hire.
No, this will not work. This will end badly. This will end in tears. No.
And all my character hears is from his yelling earlier.
Okay.
Okay. It's now Jackson's turn. Yep. And we'll go now. This is the next round.
Alright, I'm going to quick draw again, and this time I'm going to try to shoot him in the left kneecap.
Okay, in the kneecap, right?
Yep.
Okay. Roll.
23.
Yep, I'm going to see if I can dodge that. And 23. 5. So, nope. You hit him. Roll damage.
Alright. Alright, that's going to be 9 points to make damage.
How much?
9.
9. I heard 90. I was
Oh, shit.
I thought you're starting using missiles again or something like that.
I got some of those if we need them.
Hobo with a missile.
You hit him in the knee, and some of the armor breaks off the same way, and the particles just disintegrate in this flashing light. Okay, so that was your turn. Next turn is actually now Alex. Gervais, it will take you another round to get there. So
Okay.
you are now in. Well, you can move and attack. So this round you get there, and you can do something.
Can Jonathan say, let's break up this fight, Alex?
Yeah, thank God. Yeah, someone of reason. I'll deal with the big dude and tell him this, like, you pull back Jackson, show him somebody, find some bar wench and show him some boobies and he might be fine. Just drag him off.
So do you want to? Are you just trying to talk them out, or what exactly do you want to do?
I am trying to talk it out because at this point in time, this is mindless violence, and I know because he's a juicer. I know Jackson is a reactionary. He doesn't always think clearly. So just take him on. Tell him that you're gonna get his favorite drink and his favorite type of girl. He'll know what that means. He'll go with you.
Oh, okay. So the warrior. The wanderer, he looks at you, and he says, "I have entered combat. There must be a victor. There must be a loser."
Okay, fine. I'm the loser. You're the victor. Problem solved. You won. You're the man.
You have to roll a horror check, by the way.
I love
Like
You're the
when
man.
you looked at the armor and they had the eyes started glowing. And
Okay, I
through the
rolled
helmet.
a 9. So do I have to roll above or below my horror factor?
The horror factor that you have to roll above was 15, so you fail. So you are stunned at the moment. This entire melee, you cannot do anything. So.
Mm-hmm.
Do I at least get my talking action done?
You get your talking action done. You say that, then he looks at you again, and then that's when you are terrified. So you got your talking action done.
Okay.
So.
Does he respond to it or what?
He just responded with his eyes glowing, and you have you suddenly have this vision of this guy that he's not a normal dude. You know, he's some kind of, you know, you had this. It wasn't a normal just fear of something. This was something otherworldly, probably even some kind of a deity of some sort. And so you had this vision of this guy in like a million places at once, fighting like just infinite battles against things imagined and unimagined, you know, and just for a brief fraction, and most of it you forget again because your mind cannot take it. It's just too much information. You know, he's not a wanderer of just like going from place to place. What you're guessing is that he's a wanderer of worlds.
Wow. Okay. We'd have to pick a fight with him, Andrew. I mean, Jackson.
Did I just pick a fight with God?
Yeah.
He's a wanderer of worlds.
Pick the fight with God, and guess who got your back during the fight of God? Alex.
Nobody.
Alex.
Well, he might not be a god, but he's definitely something in that direction, you know. So.
All right.
It sounds like we're dealing with out of character. Sounds like we're dealing with Raiden from the Mortal Kombat movie. Bit of Christopher Lambert going on.
Somewhat, yeah. Okay, that was Alex. Now he's terrified. Okay, the next person will be actually Jonathan. You arrive at the scene. Roll a horror check. You got to roll a 15 or higher. If you got any bonuses to horror check, you can add that.
Okay, I don't. So, ooh, that is on a D20, correct?
Yep.
That is a 5.
Oh wow. Okay.
Shit. We're all
Again,
dead.
you see this guy, and you suddenly see him, you know, fight against creatures unimagined, and he has this kind of this again that he's like something more than what he seems, you know, and he has this otherworldly armor, and he's moving in this weird way, and his glowing eyes, and you're out for this melee round. You can react to it in character and roleplay if you want to.
I just stare at his eyes and yeah, I don't say anything. I just stare.
Yeah.
Can I take like a 1 or 2 minute break if that's all right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. You are out of this combat round, so you're fine. Okay, that was him. The next person is number 9. That would be the Wonder of Worlds, and he has now attacked. So he attacks you, Andrew, Mr. Thirsty Dog, with a 23.
Alright, I'll try to use my auto parry.
Okay.
Alright, sorry, auto dodge.
Auto dodge, yeah.
Yeah,
He swings
auto
his
dodge.
sword at you.
Oh, nope, it's gonna hit me. I got a 22.
Okay. Okay, that's a 8, 14, 18 mega damage. He swings the sword, and there's like as the sword swings, there's like these little like sparks kind of flying off of it, and it slices into your into your armor.
Ouch.
Ooh, almost forgot. I need to pull up my calculator.
This This character is kind of my version of kind of like Doctor Who, but he's more like, imagine if Doctor Who was a wanderer and a wandering warrior, so to speak. And yeah, you'll see.
Mhm.
I at this like vicious blow as it just like slices into my mega damage armor, you just hear me scream on the comm and I go, pull around the ATV.
Nice. Okay, that was the Wanderer, and the next person is gonna be Buzz. Oh yeah,
Okay.
you gotta roll a. You're not close enough to roll a horror check.
Okay, so my horror, horror.
Do you have any bonus to a horror check?
I thought my character would have been impervious to stuff like this.
I don't think you got that ability unless it's said specifically.
Okay,
Just because you can, you have that, you do that to other people doesn't mean you're impervious.
Okay. Now finally I know what it's marked under as on the character sheet.
I'm gonna open your character sheet since yeah.
Oh, 15. I gotta roll a.
You don't have a bonus. It's 15 already,
Damn it!
and it should be.
What the hell? I rolled a 1, a natural 1.
Oh man, that is bad. That is bad.
He pulled a duvet.
Yeah, but roll again to see if you fail again, to see if
5. Natural 5.
oh man, that's still oh okay, you gotta roll an insanity now.
Okay, what's insanity
Wait.
roll?
Give me a second. I'm gonna tell you which one. Is the horror oh, there we go. Okay.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna roll a percentile die, and Sean's gonna be looking at the chart, and he's gonna tell you what you get.
Okay,
Right.
roll
I was
a
so looking
roll-
forward to choking on my condom as well.
okay, roll a 1d100 and I'll tell you on which insanity table you gotta roll. So
Okay. A 4.
ooh. Wow. Is that a 1d100, Kaiser?
Yep.
Reborn. Alignment reversal. Good becomes evil, evil becomes good. Selfish becomes
That
principle.
means I've been.
What
that
is
means
your
I've
alignment?
become anarchist.
So that means you become very principled, very scrupulous.
Yeah.
I become.
Okay,
It's
so
like
this is-
no. Can I describe what goes
Yeah,
on?
yeah.
I look
go-
into the eyes. I look into the eyes and I see the errors of my ways. It feels like I'm a born again Christian or something.
Yeah.
It's just like-
You see like the other ones. You see him fight all these beasts, and you can see that he's not of this world, and he's seen more worlds than everything. It's like you have this, you're in this other shock, so to speak.
It's just picture that one scene
And
from
you have this
2001.
fear. You have now the fear of God in you, basically. Oh yeah, the scene of
Just pic-
2001.
yeah, 2001 Space Odyssey with like the staring into like the obelisk sort of thing with the colors going
1
by,
second.
like. Ah.
Okay. Sorry, that was a
Okay.
little longer than 2 minutes, guys. There were raptors in the kitchen. I had to take care of that.
Well,
Did you tell him?
you just missed out. You just missed out on something good, man. I'm not telling you what it is. You have to find out later.
All right. Hit me
Okay.
up in the chat box if you love me.
Okay. Oh God. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, have a plan.
Does it involve you carrying me princess style as you jet away into the distance on your mech?
Oh no, it's gonna be slightly more profound.
Okay. I'll follow your lead, Juve.
Yeah,
Alright,
sorry, I got a call, so.
so is it back to me yet?
Yeah, 1 second. That was Well, you are now out of out of this melee round because you also failed it. Kaiser just failed it really bad, and he had to roll on the insanity table, and he did reborn, so he's now a goody two shoes because it's like the exact opposite for anarchist.
Is he
So
going to
have
be
we-
walking around trying to steal Bibles and stuff now? Or because have you heard the likes of
Oh, that's great. That's great. You're gonna be like a Mormon or something, you know. I mean, not exactly, you know. That's a, here it is. Let me see. Selfish alignments, anarchist. So you're definitely now a scrupulist, I would say. Yeah. Yep. Scrupulous. I won't make you principled. I won't be that. I would say scrupulous. So that's under principled. So you're
now-
good.
So now
Yeah.
he's Preacher from Vindigo Comics.
Yeah, pretty much. So that was Kaiser's turn. He's out of the game. Well, out of this combat round. The next person, it was Kaiser, Buzz, right? And now it's Azurha. And you would just come in there and roll a horror check.
is there a particular bonus from my stats that applies to horror check? I could not find that in the book.
Well,
To my
Because
knowledge,
if
is there?
endurance, I got this in the bag.
well, that's for insanity checks.
Yeah.
mental
You'll get a
endurance.
bonus. Well, you have mental endurance, right? What is your mental endurance?
30.
30. Okay, so if you would fail really bad, you would get a +8 to avoid a insanity check.
Okay.
So, other than
Alright,
that, I
so,
don't see. I
Okay,
don't see
so I just have to
something.
beat a straight 15 roll.
Unless it's okay. Look, if it's on your character sheet that you have a bonus for horror checks rolls, no. Right now it's 15 or you got to roll a 15 or above to avoid it. If you crit hit,
Yeah.
then you have to check one more time. If you fail again after the crit fail, then you got to roll the insanity table.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Yep.
And I rolled a 6. I'm
Again,
stunned.
you see again him fighting in so many battles and everything, and just the insanity at times. You can feel his pain and his suffering, and you can feel a lot of experience happening at once from infinite worlds, and your mind cannot handle that, so it filters it out. So for this combat, you two are out. So the only one still fighting, the only one still active is fucking Jackson, because he's a juicer and he doesn't give a fuck, because he's juiced out of the mind. So it is Jackson's turn.
I do have a question. How tall is this guy and stuff?
He's 6 foot tall.
I'm going to go for another grapple. I'm going to try to tackle him.
Okay. Do you do any mega damage, or you want to just get him on the ground, right?
Yeah, I just want to take him to the ground, basically.
Okay. Roll an attack, and when you succeed, you got to roll a. I'm going to roll a D100 to see if he falls or not.
Okay. That's an 18.
Okay. Let me see if he can dodge that. Okay, he has a 22, and he just moves he just moves out of the way like kind of unnatural speed, and he just looks at you and this will not go on much longer. And now he swings his sword at you again, and he has a 14.
All right, I'll try to auto dodge again.
Right.
That's going to be a 16.
Okay, so you dodged the sword blow,
And I give him a look like, oh, it's going to go on for a while.
and then he kind of it's weird, but you almost feel that he's smiling under the helmet. Good, I like a challenge. And so that was 3, right? And now it's your turn. This is your final action for this round.
Okay. Seeing that my grapple isn't efficient, I'm going to draw my gun again and just unload.
Okay.
That'll be a 22.
Okay. Let me see here. 5. Yep. He misses. So roll damage.
Alright. Yeah, that'll be 9 points of mega damage.
Okay. Okay. You hit him again in the body, and more of his armor breaks off. And that was your 4th action. Now he attacks you again. And it's 18. Auto dodge, you don't need an action for that, right? You can always do that.
Yep.
Right, correct. Right. Then
Also, interestingly
18.
enough, auto dodge gets bonuses from your physical prowess.
It's a 21.
21. Okay, so 18, you dodge that. And he swings again at you with a 17.
That one hits me.
Okay. So that's a 10, 15 mega damage.
Okay. Alright.
Okay. So, and then he's got one more action left before we reroll initiative. Alright, sorry.
Well,
Wrong dice.
you guys did roll initiative. I've still got 5 attacks left.
You failed your horror check, dude.
Yeah,
For
that's only
this round,
one
you're
of them.
gone.
Oh, for the entire round.
Yeah. I checked it. It's for you're out for the entire round.
We're scared.
You're
But,
scared.
I
would
have
like to
seen
make-
the light.
Horror factor of 1.
Do I really need
I have a horror
to
factor
pull out
of
the
1.
book?
He needs to roll.
Let me pull out the book and break the game flow for Mitchell.
Sean's like, oh, did I say 1 melee? I meant 2 complete melee.
No, it's horror factor.
I'm just waiting for
I
him to
need
say
to
shut.
look at
I'm just waiting for Sean to say be quiet, you, or the next turn I'll make him attack you.
I feel like we're scrounging for whatever things we can get at this moment because it's looking like it's going to be a premature TPK. Which,
Hey, I've already got a spare character lined up,
Yep.
so.
every once in a while, TPK is fine. So
Yep. Ask
But
Master
isn't
Ray.
it funny? That's funny.
this
Every
because
game I've been a part with you guys, it always ends up in that situation.
As far as I understand, you're out of the entire melee, so you lose all your remaining melees because you're
Dude,
shocked.
that's awesome. I need to find some way to boost my horror factor, man.
There's actually a couple of races that have an automatic horror check, so any
As a
non-humanoid.
cyborg, I have a horror factor of 1, but but that just means it's an automatic success for whoever rolls it, though.
Anything you roll.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see here. Okay, so let's roll new initiatives.
Okay. Sean, you're sending all these horror factor creatures at us. We can't do shit.
Dude, everything
Man.
everything, and this is actually one of my own design, but everything in Rifts has a horror factor, pretty much, that you fight for the most part.
everything is horrifying, then nothing is horrifying.
Parker, get
Okay.
off the.
What's that?
Just
Mitch?
got Velociraptor.
Velociraptor. Oh yeah, I love that meme. That's great.
That's what my team name, the Velociraptors, in fantasy football.
Oh, I like that.
We're mediocre.
Okay, so Jackson, you got a 14. Barker, you got a... And by the way, not everything has a horror factor in Rifts, but a lot of things have, especially when it comes to monsters.
Oh, what happened to the flying dude who was escorting us?
He left already. He left. You weren't here, but they left with a guy. There was a shaman, a Native American shaman. He checked this crystal. He exercised it, and they told you guys that you can meet with them up in a week in a location. So you can talk to Andrew's character about that. Okay, we got Alex with 17, Zurha with 12, Kaiser with 10. And Jackson is 14, right? So, okay, that's pretty cool. So the first person is going to be Alex. So, Gervais. So you shake off the fear. And now,
I run to Jackson, I pick him up, I proceed to throw him back towards the bar, out of combat altogether.
Okay, in order to do that, you need to do a successful grapple. And that will be like an attack, a strike, as a normal attack roll.
So we don't have
And
to do
I
a
tell
second
Jackson,
horror?
just go
What?
with it.
No, horror. The way how I do horror is it's only in the first round. Okay.
Oh, cool.
After that, it means you could digest it. And
Gotcha.
that way, it's like I'm not going to do it every time because it's like you are tougher guys and you can take it. But it's like the first time you see something, and maybe after a while, your horror checks are going to be easier because from all the crazy shit you've seen, So
Okay, cool.
I thought Juve was in his armor.
what?
I thought Juve was in his armor.
Juve is in his armor. So
Oh.
Juve, roll a attack roll, and Andrew, you can do auto dodge or whatever you
I
want to do.
tell him to go with this if he wants to live.
Does my auto dodge just like kick in though? Because isn't it like reflectional?
It's a reflex. So
Could you say that, Gervais? Could you say that one more time, but in an Austrian accent?
Blimey, just go with it.
If you want to live.
If you want to live.
Damn, my auto.
stay
dodge
with
is
me
kicking
if you want to live. Let me
Blimey!
throw you now. Come on.
Blimey, come with me if you want to live.
I like
Blimey.
that with his Austrian accent. He's just like, blimey. It's awesome.
Okay,
What
so
did you roll,
Gervais,
Gervais?
Gervais,
I rolled a 17 total.
okay,
Damn it, I rolled a 22.
so you try to grab him, but he's just like moving like a crazy fucker, like and you're trying to grab him,
It's like that. It's like that fish that you can't get a grip
Okay,
of when you
can I at least try to use my back to shield him from the other guy so he doesn't get massacred next round?
It's really hard, but if you want to stand there as kind of to block him, okay,
Yes.
you can do that. That's fine. You're pretty big. I saw your robot. It's pretty big. You can
Yeah,
do that.
and I tell Jackson, get him out of here because he's going to get killed. I mean, not Jackson, I mean Jonathan. I like Jonathan, get him out of here before he gets himself killed.
All right. Okay. So that was Alex Gervais doing his action. Now the next one is actually Jackson.
Okay. Hearing that over the intercom, I'm going to be like, I think I cut off more than I could chew, guys.
Yeah, you think? You think?
And I'm gonna start backpedaling away from combat, running back towards the bar.
Yes, run like hell. Everyone retreat. In the love of God, I will deal with this on my own. Oh,
You
Jesus.
just-
Okay. The
You
next
just hear me-
person.
I yell to John too when I'm retreating. I go, John, throw me the keys to the STV or the ATV.
Okay. Then the next person is actually gonna be the Wanderer, and he just looks at you. It looks at you, Gervais, and he says he has not finished the fight. There
Oh,
must be a victor and there must be a loser.
yes, I understand that. I relent. I drop my weapons to the ground. You have won. This is over. You are the victor. Let me buy you a drink.
You are not the combatant. And he's like saying it almost in like a soulless fashion. And he just runs towards Andrew's character. And he does a light, and he says, Wait. Since you did block him, I'll make it. I have a better idea. He says, "You would just give up like this."
For a fight that is pointless, yes, I will.
But
There
you
is
are
no-
not the combatant.
But he is my friend, so therefore I will try to protect him. He is stupid. I am sorry. Stupid.
And
Ignorant.
He's like
There's
he
a
must-
long list of words.
and
Right,
he's
I'm
like,
just right. When hearing this, I'm just,
I guess this will suffice. Balance has been brought to here, and
Thank you, Jesus.
and he puts his he puts his sword. He starts putting his sword back, and the armor starts phasing out.
And I yell over
next-
here, anyone else that hits this man, I will chop your bloody head off.
The next
Jimmy
person
yells,
is
"Now's your
Azura's
chance,
turn.
shoot. His armor's down. Shoot.
10 feet from him with my arm thrown all the way back in a lyric, and it just stops immediately.
Thank you, God. Thank you.
Okay, that was so Azura. You don't attack him.
No, he stopped fighting, which is enough. All I was gonna do was
Buzz, are you still
basically
gonna do the? Are you still gonna do an attack? With the
Uh,
no,
no,
I'm just gonna go. Hallelujah! I have seen the light. I go to him. Your holy baptism has awoken my spirits. I am a completely new person. I'm gonna shed this life of sin, and I just completely rip off my space uniform, which means you have to roll horror factor again.
right. That is true.
And I'm gonna fix up my wrongs.
Okay, I rolled
And
17.
the first thing I'm gonna do is return these condoms back to that hellhole of a bar, full of fornicators and sinners.
Everybody
And I'm
roll
gonna-
15. One more
Okay,
time, Blake.
I got a 17, and you just hear the
Well,
cracking of the
I'll
sunroof.
say 12 because you guys have seen him before. So,
Okay.
like I said,
17. It's like, damn it, James, put that back on.
all you can see is the floating ball right now.
And you see my arm, you hear the servos in my neck twerk slowly as I look at him and I'm like, are you freaking serious? Go to the bar. Just go to the bar. Oh God.
Hallelujah! I have been saved.
Barker, you haven't seen Kaiser yet in his full glory, so you got to roll a 15 or higher horror check. The Wandering Warrior has stopped fighting
Doesn't he
because
have to roll horror?
Gervais has
Doesn't he?
convinced him that it was they were giving up.
Can the Wanderer roll a horror check as well?
He looks at the thing and is like, huh. I think I've seen that before.
I rolled a 1.
The thing where if there is a thing
Oh,
in the multiverse where the warrior would have to roll a horror check, that's something nobody could see without their minds exploding. So that's all I'm gonna say.
Did you hear what he rolled,
much.
dude?
What
Hey,
did you roll?
I rolled a 1.
Okay, roll again. Okay, it's not too late yet. You gotta roll again, and see if you fail again. If you go up for 15.
I rolled a 20.
Okay, then you're fine. You don't have to roll an insanity check. You're fine.
Yes.
Oh,
Thank you, God.
So you're shocked by.
Hallelujah.
Okay, Kaiser, describe yourself to in your full
Is he just
glory
naked?
to Barker.
Technically. You see like the helmet come off. Do you see me pulling back the helmet? The suit just comes off and it just looks like a sack at this point, like Santa Claus's sack full of like these condoms. Then you just see like this big yellow spear with lightning going around it, and the face of it looks like the "Have a nice day" face.
Yeah, and there's no body. Like when he takes off
No.
the suit, it's just like kind of like an invisible nothing and just a floating ball with the "Have a nice day" thing.
Fucking rifts.
This is a weird race that Kaiser chose, even for rifts.
Alright, nice.
Okay, so
And because of the
Buzz, I
insanity roll, he just became like he just found the light. So
Yeah.
when
so
they
he has
get,
become, So he's chosen to become the light. So at this point, put your clothes back on. You're going to scare the locals. It's going to cause more problems. And if you have seen the light, you don't want to scare people needlessly.
Fine, fine. I'll do that because that is the right way. Freaking out people, that is the bad way. That is the path to sin. That is the devil's juice. So I'm gonna
Freaking
do
out
that,
people.
but I'm definitely gonna return these damn condoms. Hallelujah.
Okay.
Best ever so far.
Oh, God.
So
My
the
character.
Wanderers.
Yeah. You see my character rubbing his face of his armor, and he's like, "Oh God, why me, God? What have
Then
I
I
done?"
look at him. Then I look at him. And then I look at him like, do not take the Lord's name in vain, for that is a sin. That is a path to the devil's juice. You will burn eternally.
Yeah, I'm fine with burning. Just go before I give you a burn.
Okay. And the Wanderer just looks around him like, you are quite an interesting bunch. Although
You have no idea.
I've seen
Jesus, I don't even have an idea.
worse. Yeah, and I'm like, well,
You should have
the
seen the first.
balance has been served. I think
So-
this was my purpose here.
Yes, it was. So let's do this. Why don't you come with me? We'll buy you a drink or whatever your people take, and let us
you
just
mean
forget.
your people. Sorry.
There was a victor, there was a loser. It was fine. Yeah, neutrality has been served. I don't feel these things as you do. At least not anymore. At least I don't remember, you see. I don't remember all the things that I've seen and heard. Because I don't think even my mind could take it at once. So, but yes, I'll have that drink, as you say, with you.
Okay. We head back to the bar. I grab my mudslide and order double German chocolate cake because I am extremely upset at this point and need chocolate to combat.
Right, okay. He brings you double
I want to
chocolate.
see how this. I want to see how this turns out. Ravka, I give the I go to the bartender. It's like, I have a sin to confess, sir. I was in your bathroom, messing around with your machine. I committed a deadly sin. I committed thievery of the prophylactic, sir.
Oh, geez, are you one of those missionaries? I almost liked you more when you're some crazy asshole. Jeez.
All I
Don't
want
talk
to
to
do
me in this
is I got the door slammed on me again.
Yeah, that is a Jehovah's Witness.
Man, I just love how the fact that you rolled on the insanity table, the reborn thing, yeah. It's like alignment change. It's great.
At least now we ain't got to worry about him killing everybody every 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, unless he gets another insanity roll, who knows?
Or he gets into his head that missiles are the way to God.
I hit the jukebox and it starts playing "Son of a Preacher Man."
I like that.
Oh, good idea. I go to the jukebox. I put on Soul Man instead. Then I start doing like the Blues Brothers dance. I got God in my feet.
You guys
We
do know you
see
have
the spaceman, basically.
Oh, God. Okay, so back to something of... Yeah, okay, so...
I'll be right back. I gotta get me some water.
And Jonathan and whoever else is at the bar, I buy the guy, what are you drinking, wandering soul?
Just Wanderer.
Out of character.
I'm not quite sure. I liked quite a lot of different drinks in my journeys, but I think then he looks like, maybe a nice whiskey will do.
Right, I give him a whiskey.
I'll take a
You
shot
like
of that myself, please.
And he tastes it, and I'm like, yes, this is good. I remember that. Wasn't there like a difference between, was it Scott, and yeah, I think I'm remembering now.
How
Not
long
quite
has it
sure.
been since you've been on this plane?
I've been in this plane for about a couple of years, finding my true purpose, and I might have found it. You see, as far as I know, every time I, as you call, die, I travel to another plane. But in order for my mind to cope with the cosmic awareness that I have, it's usually filtered. And yes, but once I have gained either when I died or I have fulfilled my destiny in this plane, I move on to the next plane, and I'm not able to return to the previous plane. So hopefully one day my journey will end, but I'm always on the search on why I was sent on this journey, and so on.
Mr.
So.
You see that
Mr.
Jonathan
Dave,
is entirely.
Mr.
Go ahead.
Mr. David Carradine.
Okay, Alex is just putting his hand over the spaceman's mouth. So. Yeah, let's unmute Kaiser.
Holy fuck, that was the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
I've muted Kaiser before too.
Ding! I love it. I love the sound that happens. Ding!
Okay, so
You notice that
Unmute
Jonathan,
Kaiser, come on. Unmute Kaiser.
Kaiser actually can only unmute himself. He actually just has to push the
Kaiser,
little button.
unmute yourself. There we go.
you can talk now too, but he doesn't.
okay.
And,
Nice.
and
were
the man
saying-
gets shut down again.
And Jonathan, you were saying before, yeah.
I like Andrew just did it too. I was about to if Andrew didn't. So.
Aw, poor
what
Kaiser.
what Jonathan was saying is that about halfway through his soliloquy about planes and wandering, Jonathan is just completely, he doesn't even care anymore. He's completely distracted, staring at Azurha, just kind of glancing over at him, looking at the dog tags, looking at the number on his forearm, and he orders a shot of whiskey, takes it, spits it out on the floor.
Okay, what is up with you wasting of alcohol? So
Makes
you
no
drop
waste.
a bottle and then you spit it out.
Kaiser, you can unmute yourself, by the way.
It tastes.
I
it
don't
tastes
see
delicious.
anything wrong with that. The only spirit he should have in his body is that of the Holy Spirit.
You cut out there, Kaiser. What were you saying?
I was saying that's good, cause the
God damn it!
Aw, that's me.
Okay, so on that, I gotta take a break. I'll be right back. Oh Lord Jesus.
out of character. I probably should have been a silent monk instead.
Maybe your next character.
Fist. Also, Barker, when you're looking at me, are you hearing like "Oh Yeah" by Cool?
Oh yeah. Hold on. Wait. Oh yeah.
It's a weird ass one where it's got that throaty one. It's
Ooh,
also
yeah.
Is that
Bum,
the
bum.
Kool-Aid guy? Oh yeah.
I forgot.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bum, bum.
I'm trying to Google it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I got it.
Boom, boom. Bum, bum, bum. Bum 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 ba bum bum bum. Again, Joe goes back. What is this ancient classical music again? Jeesh.
Ancient.
Well, I am basically a walking jukebox.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. Well, there's the jukebox. There's actually an actual jukebox in the back of the bar. So
I could technically plug in there and hack it.
let's start again a fight, shall we? I don't know. Maybe not. Joe has been pretty intimidated by you guys, so he'll not really.
I will. I'll have to say, pretty soon I should probably get going. I have to head.
Yeah,
into
we'll finish.
Albuquerque.
We'll finish here. So
For sure, no problem.
Mhm.
I'm just waiting for Gervais to return, and then we'll just do a finishing moment.
My guy's hanging out in the corner eating a big slice of humble pie.
Delicious.
I don't know. This might be good character development for you.
Yeah, I've been dying to use that. I had that NPC in
Yeah.
mind for a long
And
time.
while my character may be born again, it's funny because his love for money hasn't died down as well. So he's going around grabbing a plate, passing around as if it was a collection plate.
So you'll be a telemarketer then, Kaiser, on TV. If you give a little bit of your soul today to Kaiser, you know.
I need to tell you all about my Lord and Savior, Azkika.
There you go. Is Gervais back yet?
Have you heard
I
the
think I
good news
mentioned
about
that.
Azkika?
I met your god, Mitchell. I think he's sitting over there right next to us.
And the funny
Oh,
thing
I
is, and the funny thing is, my character's trying to convert him.
I think I think I don't know where Gervais is, but I think it will be good just to finish the game.
Well, let's wait for a couple more minutes for him. I'm okay if everyone else is for.
Okay, if you're okay still, then yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
So yeah, you can still interact now. So
I'm sending you a message,
still
Sean,
play
about
around
something
with
that I saw yesterday.
okay, sounds good. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun.
It's the time of the season.
What is love, baby? Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me anymore.
No more. Dun, 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 dun.
What is love?
Love, baby,
Baby, don't hurt me.
don't hurt
Don't
me. Oh, well.
hurt me.
Night at the Roxbury.
Oh my god.
Oh, that movie is awesome. It's a
It's gonna be
classic.
funny. Gervais gonna be coming back. We're gonna be singing this, and all our characters are definitely dancing to this jukebox.
Dum, 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 dum,
Yeah,
dum.
I'm sitting at the bar and I'm like,
And I see two of you going up to him, going, "Hey, you, me, you, me, you, me."
I think Buzz is having a rather horrible time dealing with the fact that I don't know, was it how horrible Jason was getting beat? How? I've seen this a couple times happen with soldiers, but man,
Dun, 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 dun. Where's Gervais? Gervais?
Out of character. Out of character. That was okay. There he is.
Dun, 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 dun.
Alright.
Okay, so we're gonna finish the game here. You guys want to have any last interactions?
All my character goes this and goes, "Amen."
I have one more thing, right? I have one more thing. And in the end of this, and the end, just as you're just resting down, you can see a guy come in, like kind of a shady guy, but he's like saying, "Hey," and he shows you, and you can recognize him as Dominic,
oh.
and
I jump up and put him in a full Nelson. That's a joke.
I think right now your humble pie is
Followed
holding you
by-
back
yeah.
from that.
Followed
But
by
he's
me
basically-
kicking him in the crotch.
You recognize him, Mitchell, as the guy who gave you the job, and he says, "You got the merchandise?"
Yes. You have the money?
And he says, and he looks at Mitchell. Are those the new guys?
more along
Because-
the lines of replacements.
Yeah. What happened with the other guys?
Well, did you happen to see a large mushroom-shaped cloud over where Salt Lake City used to be?
Well, we had a scout there, just following you, making sure that you, get the item. Was that you?
More like that's what was left of them.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, in that case, he's like typing in. Here is and he gives you guys a credit chip. Here's the money. I put in an extra 100,000. It's gonna be 500,000 for now. And he puts it down. He doesn't let go of it. And on his side in the back, you haven't noticed there's two guys in trench coats, but you can notice definitely they're both Borgs, and they're pretty wicked looking, all in black. And it says, "So you got the merch? I'll give you the money. And you can do with the money."
Where's the crystal, guys?
Yeah. So follow me outside. It's in I need to go get it real quick. So I go outside. I get in my armor. And then I proceed to disengage the locked container where the crystal is.
Okay. And he looks at one of the guys stays in the bar, one of the Borgs. The other one comes with him, and he says, "Get the crystal." And the Borg goes out, and out of his hand, a smaller kind of arm comes out, like a little thing comes out, and it grabs it, carefully. And it goes into a side kind of hole pocket on the side of the Borg, like a compartment, and then it closes up. And they said, "Thank you very much, sirs. What you do, how you part the money up, that's your business. We'll be off to the Colorado Baronies, as we talked about. Good to do business with you guys." And
before the guys go, I give them a few condoms and I go, "These ain't Bibles, but they're the next best thing."
What are you talking about?
He just recently has a bout of the crazies.
Oh, okay. Keep him away from me.
That's fine. Yeah. Someone get the duct tape, please.
And basically the two Borg guys just look at you, just zzz, and their eyes just glow red for a second, and I'm like, yeah. And then they just move. They get on their vehicles. Well, he gets on his vehicles, and the two Borg guys just start running on the side with him. So, and he gets in his car, and the two Borg guys just run on the side with him, and they're off into the distance. And that is where we'll stop the game.
Cool.
All right.
So, okay.
I would like for nobody to go because we need to divide up the loot, and I remember that we got a number of vehicles last time.
You got the hover bike. Well, yeah. We'll do this after the game. Right now, I'm stop the game. Any last words?
I hate when GM says that.
Last words is on the Rex Apocalypse channel there will be a giveaway for for a copy of Rifter 67. So stay tuned for details for that one there. It will be a character. At this point, I'm pretty much decided to make a character building contest. So basically, you build a level 1 character for splicers, and depending who comes with the best design and backstory, gets a free copy of Rifter 67.
Nice. And as for me, there's going to be a new episode of Captain Kaiser's Let's Play Cruise Ship coming in a few days. It's going to be me and a guy called Hannu the Han Makinen. And we're going to be doing part 2, well, technically it's like part 5 of the Let's Play. We're going to be doing Go-Go Nippon, my first trip to Japan.
My channel is SR2 Joker. I don't have a plug other than that, but I do have a PSA. Do not put strangers that walk into bars into full Nelsons. They may be gods.
Yeah. Might be God. And I'm Barker from Be a Better Game Master, and I have nothing interesting going on my channel except for occasional videos. So enjoy.
Those are good. You should check them out. Okay.
And I'm still waiting to be a part of Drothka's podcast.
And you will be both.
That's what you always say. You will be. You will be.
You will be. You will be.
Once you get on Daraba's podcast, you never come out.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like like
Hotel California.
how Yoda said it is, "You will be." You know, when he said, "I'm not afraid," you know, "You will be." You anyway.
When you explain the joke, it becomes unfunny.
Yeah, that's true. That's what happens. I just made it unfunny. Okay, Mitchell, you were the last, right?
Yeah,
Andrew,
I'm
did you speak? Yeah, I think Andrew. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm Mitchell Grubbs. I own Tenho Mitchell. I do a ton of RPG-related reviews and thoughts of and stuff like that. I'm playing Other Hot with Danya, which Sean allowed me to meta a little bit and make him the model number T9001, which is like 3 different references in one.
All you need now is the BFG 9000.
Yeah, I know. Maybe I should have put it that way. But
You're so
my
nerdy,
newest
Mitchell.
book,
You're
I
so
finally have
nerdy.
time, thanks to final projects and everything being done. I'm going to finally be able to do my thoughts on Palladium and then a review of each Palladium system that I have, which is basically every one but Palladium Fantasy. And after that, I'm going to.
I can help you with that.
Okay, before that, we can do any final words still, Mitchell? Still, is that it?
Bye-bye.
Other than that,
Okay.
the other what I'm going to be doing is my thoughts on Magic, on how to run Magic in your games. So
Cool.
look
Okay.
forward to that.
I'm the Gaming Beast 82. You're watching this on my channel, and I do stuff, videos, podcasts, and stuff. So, yep, that's it for the Death Mug of Doom. And
Jazz
yep.
hands.
Jazz hands.